Life in Stellaris comes in all shapes and forms, from sentient mammals, living plants, and even sapient rocks. Although 6 species packs have already been released, you still can't play as energy-based life forms. That's why today we're gonna talk about the Electroid Species Pack made by Exakan, who's also behind mods such as Dark Space and the Replicator's Crisis. So make sure to subscribe and watch the video till the end, and without further ado, let's see what this mod has to offer. Electroids are energy-based life forms which use energy for upkeep instead of food or consumer goods. They are not affected by happiness, and they cannot take the synthetic ascension path. Electroids live on Aurora Habitats, which can be built around any star every 5 years. They have unique districts which produce resources such as energy, minerals, consumer goods, and alloys, and if you're a megacorp, the energy district is replaced by the commercial relay, which produces trade value. Certain stars may also influence the habitat's job output. For instance, if you build one around red giants, its mineral output increases. Pulsars produce more energy at the cost of lower production of other resources. Neutron stars have a unity bonus, and a new district which produces more unity. Brown dwarfs on the other hand produce rare resources, however a habitat built around them has increased energy upkeep and lowered energy production. Electroids can use other origins, and if they do, they can live on regular planets. However, with Electroid Origins, any planet becomes uninhabitable, and they can only inhabit Aurora Habitats. The first origin from this mod is Empire of the Sun. This is a standard Electroid origin, and with it you start on an already built Aurora Habitat, and you can build more of them on any star you find. Aurora Habitats can also be built on black holes if you have the Endless Horizon origin. On black holes, Aurora Habitats have increased research production and lowered energy, consumer goods, and food output. They also have an additional district for research and unity production. With this origin, your capital will be a lot larger, and it can support 50 districts. The origin doesn't allow you to build habitats on stars. Instead, you can ignite stars and collapse them into black holes. Extra Dimensional spawns your empire instead of a tiny cluster with mostly black holes. With this origin, you can use a new decision on your capital, which adds a district, an amenity, and lowers your crime. It can be used 90 times, which means you can get 90 additional districts in total. You can only create habitats on black holes and collapse stars into them just like in the previous origin. Since this start is supposed to be inspired by the Unbidden, if you pick the Become the Crisis Ascension perk and reach Crisis level 4, a new hyperlane will be opened so that other empires can reach you. You also start with jump drives already researched, so you can leave your cluster anytime you wish. If you're using one of these two origins, you should also pick the anti-gravity polarity trait, which increases job output on black holes. Nebula of Creation is an origin similar to Syncretic Evolution, except it spawns more species. Your capital will have 2 pops from 8 different species of Electroids, each with a unique combination of traits that offer different bonuses. As the name suggests, you start in a nebula, and you're able to build Aurora Habitats on stars just like in Empire of the Sun. The Supernova origin is a bit more challenging. Your capital system has an unstable red giant which is going to collapse in approximately 5 decades, and as time progresses you will need to spend more energy to protect your capital from solar storms. Because of that, your pop upkeep is going to skyrocket, and it will get more expensive to evacuate your pops. 1 year before disaster strikes, you will receive a final notification, so you better construct a new habitat and resettle all your pops onto it before it's too late and the star undergoes supernova. After that, you can choose a reward for surviving the disaster. The first option adds dark matter components as research options, however it also applies a negative modifier to your nation for a decade. The second one adds a positive modifier, which boosts your energy production. Your capital system will receive new resource deposits, and the neighboring systems will gain them as well. The Electroid Species Pack also offers 2 new Ascension perks. Burnout can be selected once you have gene tailoring. It allows you to add a new trait called Proton Decay. It increases your resource output from jobs, but it also lowers your pop growth speed. Also, there is a 10% chance that every 4 to 5 years a pop with this trait is going to die. Centrifugal Horror requires you to have 3 Ascension perks and battleships already researched. It gives you a research option for a new ship class called Focus. It's kind of like the Colossus, except it's completely made out of energy and it has no armor. It can be equipped with a new planet killer weapon called Particle Ripper. If you use it on a normal planet, it's going to work like a regular world cracker, but if you use it on an artificial world, it's going to receive a negative modifier instead. You may also station the ship around a planet and let it bombard the colony. Each killed pop gives you 50 unity, and adds a quarter of a pop to your capital. Aside from Origins and Ascension Perks, the Species Pack also comes with 10 additional civics to customize your new Electroid Empire. Although most of them offer simple bonuses, these civics have some additional features and they can make your playthrough more interesting. Stellar Devours is an Electroid version of the Fanatic Purifier / Devouring Swarm civic. It unlocks a new bombardment stance called Neutron Waves, which deals a lot more damage than the Indiscriminate Bombardment stance. This civic also gives you a new Casus Belli and additional bonuses to help you win any conflict, however it also drastically lowers your opinion. You can also pick the Star Lifter civic, which allows you to eat stars to spawn pops with a new decision. It can be activated once a year, and each time it is used, a modifier is added which lowers your pop growth and assembly speed. Also be careful not to overuse it, because after too many attempts, the star will collapse into a black hole. Source of Ignition can be picked when you're not playing with any of the mod's origins. The idea behind this civic is very simple. It's supposed to imitate a planet's day-night cycle. Because of that, every 6 months you will receive one of the two modifiers. Then comes darkness, increases the energy upkeep of your pops, while then comes light, increases your pop growth and pop output. 9 additional traits can also be picked to further customize your species, and besides new traits, this species pack also adds in a new Electroid Fallen Empire, which can appear in your game if you're lucky enough. The Realm of Nova functions like a regular Fallen Empire, except it spawns with 2 Aurora Habitats, and their ships have similar textures to the Embidden. The Electroid Species Pack also adds new portraits, an Electroid name list, and 3 new ship sets based on Unbidden ships, which also include a new design for the Science Nexus and the Dyson Sphere. So now go ahead and subscribe to this mod on Steam. It's totally worth it, you get a brand new, very well made species pack, and you don't have to pay any money. I don't see any downside to that. If you really liked this mod, go check out other mods by Exakan such as Dark Space, and if you enjoyed watching this video, click that subscribe button and check out my other mod related content. If you want me to cover a specific mod, or I missed anything, leave a comment down below. I will see you in another video, and goodbye.